I need to tell my community and those families who are waiting, this will be a rough week. Primary search continues, and we remain hopeful every foot, every mile, every bend of the river.
It's the mayor of Kerrville, Texas, speaking to his community in the wake of the devastating flash flooding that swept through the region. The question is, why weren't the warnings enough to save more lives? Plus, President Trump welcomes Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to the White House. The question is, was any progress actually made toward a ceasefire agreement in Gaza? And after nearly 2 decades, the TSA is phasing out its shoe removal policy at airports. The question is, will this make those security lines move any faster? It's way too early for this. Good morning and welcome to Way Too Early, the show that's happy to keep its shoes on at the airport. Come on, guys. I'm Ali Vitale on this Tuesday, July 8th, and we're going to get right to it with the news. We start this morning with the latest out of Central Texas, where the death toll from the devastating flooding has now risen to more than 100 people across 6 counties. The majority of those killed were in storm-ravaged Kerr County, where local officials say 28 children are among the dead. That county houses Camp Mystic, the beloved nearly century-old summer camp for girls, which said yesterday that it's grieving the loss of 27 campers and counselors following the catastrophic flooding on the Guadalupe River. 10 girls and 1 counselor from the camp are still missing. And this morning, we're learning more about some of the victims of this deadly storm that swept through parts of the state. There are people like Blair and Brooke Harbor, just 13 and 11 years old, who were vacationing with their family in Hunt, Texas. That was when rain came pounding and floodwater ripped through the area. When rescuers recovered their bodies on Saturday, the sisters were found with their hands locked together, according to a relative. These stories are horrible and heartbreaking. Now, 4 days out from the raging flood, rescue crews are not giving up, continuing to comb through the region to search for survivors. But more rain is expected in central Texas over the coming days. The National Weather Service extended some flood watches and warnings through Thursday, telling residents to remain vigilant. Meanwhile, as some officials in Texas continue to criticize the National Weather Service in the aftermath of those fatal floods, an investigation by NBC Dallas-Fort Worth found that the agency first issued a warning 12 hours ahead of the surging waters. Troy Kimmel, who's an Austin-based meteorologist and emergency manager, told NBC he believes the Weather Service issued timely alerts with the best information they had available. But the big question remains here. Did those alerts reach the people they needed that needed it the most? Hard-hit Kerr County does not have a weather siren system, in part because some local officials felt it was too expensive to install. The Weather Service says it added keywords to a late-night warning to automatically trigger wireless alerts on cell phones and weather radios in the area. But at Camp Mystic, for example, where cell phones weren't allowed, or in other rural areas of the county with limited service, many may not have received those alerts at all. Meanwhile, one Texas town had something its nearby neighbors didn't. Comfort, Texas, recently updated its disaster alert system, installing a new siren in the volunteer fire department's headquarters and moving the old one to a low-lying area of town. Friday was the first time that this new 2-tiered siren system was used, and officials say no one in Comfort died as a result of the floods. Joining us now, NBC News senior national correspondent Jay Gray, live with us from Kerrville, Texas. Jay, what's the latest where you are?
Well, I can tell you, Alan, it's early in the morning here, but we've already seen 2 choppers passing overhead. So the search, the rescue and recovery is still going on around the clock here. And I want to give you a look at some of the devastation firsthand. This from a home that was inundated by water and mud. It's along the river. That water came through and up over 100 yards from the river and poured through. You can see everything that's been pulled out of this home, all of the debris. But in reality, people's lives. The family did escape as the water moved in, and now they began to work as this search and recovery we talk about, Ali, really settles into what is a somber and very painful rhythm here. You talked about those that have perished in the flooding and aftermath, over 106 counties, and officials yesterday for the first time told us they're not real sure on those that are missing, that they don't have a solid number they can share right now. What they did say, and I'm quoting here, is it's a lot. dozens, according to some, who are still missing and still the subject of these searches. So I think we're going to see that continue for quite some time. As the mayor said coming into all of this, it's going to be a tough week that's going to extend into a tough recovery. I mean, people going through all of this, the survivors, and when you look at the debris here, it's hard to say this, but they say they are the lucky ones with all that's been lost here. And now they must try and somehow make the turn to begin some type of recovery, but it's going to be long, it's going to be difficult, and they're going to need some help, Allie.
Yeah, but we've also heard about the resilience of this community. Jay, can you talk about some of the conversations that you've had with folks there who know that they've got a long road ahead, but who are deeply resilient people?
No one that I've spoken with here on the ground over the last several days has said, I'm packing it up, I can't come back. Everyone, to a man and woman, has said, we are going to rebuild, we're going to be back. A woman told me yesterday, look, we're forever changed here, and this community is forever changed, but we are strong, and it doesn't mean that we won't rebuild, that we won't be a part of what's going to come here in the aftermath of this storm. They say they'll never forget the victims, and that a lot of what they do here and the reason they persist is to honor those who've been lost. I talked to a lady who was here helping an elderly couple clean out what was left inside their home. She came from Corpus Christi. It's a long way away from where we are right now, but she said, I had to be a part of helping this community. They helped me during Hurricane Harvey, and I want to repay that. I want to pay it forward. And you see so many volunteers pouring into this area with similar stories that just want to be a part of making sure this community can get through what's, again, going to be a difficult struggle, but no one backing down from that. Their hearts are broken, one of the victims told me, but their spirit is not.
Yeah. NBC News senior national correspondent Jay Gray looking for the helpers, reporting live this morning from Kerrville, Texas. Thank you.